So welcome back to my website of GRZ Hockey. So today it's going to be about the chapter 7, 8, 9, just over here. So yeah, this page will be about the chapter 7, 8, 9. The chapter 7 will be about the performance management system. So I'm going to introduce the topic by saying to you that their goals is to train the employees to have better performance, like with coaching, and there's many other ways to increase their performance. And the company wants to do that because if the employees perform better, it will help the company to reach its goals more easily. So after that, I'm gonna talk about the chapter 8, which is about rewarding and recognizing employees. So my main topic will be like there's many type of compensation, like direct compensation. If we think about, I don't know, salaries, like wage and bonuses. And there's also indirect compensation, like if we think about dental plans or health insurance. So yeah, this will be the chapter 8. And then the final chapter will be about knowing your rights and responsibilities. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about mostly unions and if the manager respect your rights or not. If not, he can terminate you, but he needs to do it in a respectful manners, and he needs to respect your employees' right. So yeah, this will be the 3 chapter covered. So I'm gonna start with the chapter 7. First of all, there's many steps of a performance management. So I'm gonna like define each step. So first of all, you need to determine what work needs to be done in the company. For example, you don't want to do work that it is not necessarily important. After that, it's important to set goals in the company because the employees like to know how they perform, and it's gonna be good for the employees' performance. They know what they need to do. So after that, the third step is provide coaching, because without coaching, the employees wouldn't really increase their performance. So yeah, it is really important to train them, and yeah. So the fourth step is about conduct the review performance. So it is really important. I would say to do a one-on-one meeting, employee manager, to make sure that they are on the same page and the review performance. Like the employees may ask question about if their performance was good enough. So yeah, after that, the fifth steps is about reward performance. So you don't just want to reward the present performance, is if I would say. You need to reward the past performance, because there's some employees that just arrive, and there are some employees that have many experience in the company. So it is not equal if you just reward the present performance. So you really need to reward the past performance. And finally, you need to finish with an action plan to make sure everybody is on the same page, and yeah, that the performance will remain effective. Yeah. So there's many purpose of it, just like as I said, the employees want to perform better, because it will also helps the company to reach its goals more easily. So as we can see in the picture right here, there are in these steps there are 4 steps, but actually there's 6. But as you can see, the first one is planning, like you set your what works needs to be done. Monitoring is mostly coaching, reviewing, make sure that the performance is good, and rewarding, as I said. So at GRZ, the performance management is really good, and they provide really great coaching, and that's why the company is just very very great, and they like succeed, and their goals are really set, and they actually gain it. So after that, I want to talk about the chapter 8, which is about, as I said, the compensation. So we talk about total rewards because it's direct and indirect compensation combined together. So as I said, the direct is mostly wage and uh, bonuses. So, and you have indirect compensation, which are the other forms of reward, or maybe services if you want. So yeah, and after that, the mostly important point is how do you determine compensation. So there's internal and external impact, if I would say. The mostly the internal is the employee's performance. If they perform better, they will have a better salaries, for example. And also an important point is the employer's ability to pay, because we all know somebody that is not paying easily. So yeah, if the employee needs to pay. And the I think the most important points too is the worth of a job. Like you do a review of the job. If for example it's a difficult job, uh, like you determine if there is risk or not. If there is many risk, for example, the salary will be higher. And there is also on the other side the external factors, if I would say, like the economy. If the economy is doing well or not, depending, it can play on the salary of the employees. Um, Also, I want to say the cost of living, because now we know with the inflation, the cost of living is increasing, and yeah, it also uh, is a big role on the factors of how do you determine the compensations. So like here you can see in the photos, there's many, like base pay, commission, overtime wage, tip, bonus, benefits, stock options. So yeah, there's many types. And I would say that at GRZ there are many benefits, because they want to attract, motivate, and retain their staff. Because we all know that in 2022 we have a staff shortage, and you want to keep your employee, mostly your good employees, because there are not many. And so yeah, you want to make sure that you provide them many benefits. um, I would say at GRZ they have bonuses if they perform well, like they receive a certain amount of money each month if they succeed well, and if they overpass, I would say, their goals. So yeah, and they have a written copy of the expectation. I think you need to put the emphasis on that. It's really important to have a written copy. So yeah, it is really great at GRZ. So now let's move to the chapter 9 of the book of HRM. So which is the knowing your rights and responsibilities. So I want to say that there are many rights. For example, there are statutory rights, like we all know, which derive from legislation. You have contractual rights that derive from your contracts, and you also have the right to be heard, which is really important. Like you can be heard by your employer during the process, and I think it is really important. And I did not mention it, but the employee right, like, definition is a guarantee of fair treatment from your employers, and like you have the right to privacy, and it is really important to have it. So next of there is also, I would say, there's two types of disciplines, which are the positive and progressive. I think the one that works better is the positive. Like, you make an agreement with the employees, um, like on the performance that they need to have, and if they do not reach them, you can terminate them, but they have a second chance, I would say, to improve their performance. So it's really good, um, comparatively to the progressive discipline, where you do not really um, make an agreement with the employees. You just like put punitions um, to them. So I think it's not good for the teamwork and the environment at work. And in the final progressive discipline would be to fire the employees, but like I don't like this method. So now I want to talk about, like, there's many disciplinary problems, like like persistent absences, like you can lying on your resume, stealing at work, physical abuse, harassing, and there's plenty of them, but I'm gonna stop right here. And finally, at GRZ, um, Simon told me in the interview that he does not like to terminate employees, because we all know that it is very stressful for the employees and the managers too. And we are in a staff shortage too, so it's not good for him. And he's really a good boss, I would say, because it is really important to provide a career transitions to employees, because when you terminate them, some have a family, a house, so yeah, it's really important to provide them like a future career. So yeah, this is mostly the chapter 7, 8, and 9 of HRM. So thank you.